Friday Night Blitz on Newswatch 12. Your Blitz starts now.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. I'm Saul Meyer. There were a bunch of great games and events that we were able to cover today. But first, Lakeland Union has dominated the Great Northern Conference in girls basketball and has established themselves as the team to beat in the GNC. They put themselves in a great position to win the conference outright, but their sights are set on going undefeated in GNC games this season. The T-Birds are currently 8-0 and took on Antigo today. The Red Robins are looking to make an upset and hand Lakeland Union their first conference loss of the season, but that's not all. Antigo is looking to sneak their way up the GNC rankings and can do so with a win here. Let's see which team could pull it out. It was a battle of the Birds in Antigo, the Red Robins and the T-Birds. Who's flying away with the W? Here in the first half, Lakeland Union came out swinging. Juliana Wilmette fires a pass from half court, and Lily Fortier is able to finish it off for the T-Birds. But Antigo fired right back, ball tipped in the air, and Sophie Schleve comes up with it and gets the bucket for the Red Robins. But the fabulous T-Birds defense was too much. Juliana intercepts the pass off the double team here and takes it coast to coast, finishing the fast break with the left hand, and Lakeland Union is going to go home with the win, 81-28. Now to Rhinelander, where the Hodags hosted Mosinee. Here in the first half, Rhinelander's Morgan Van Zyl drives to the hoop and finds Tori Riefel. She makes the easy deuce. Then senior star Ava Lamers does what she does best: get buckets. She drops this elbow jumper, but Mosinee would go on a run off the inbounds. Gabby Munoz sinks the jumper, and then freshman Taylon Jersley goes baseline and drops one in over the defender. A few minutes later, some nice ball movement by Mosinee, and Caitlin Sell sinks the three ball. The Hodags would make a run late in the game, but in the end, Mosinee would end up on top 67-56. Let's stick with some girls basketball for our first set of area scores. First, Crandon took on Regis at UW-Stevens Point tonight. The Cardinals continued their dominance as they were able to come away with the win, 48-40. Next, Florence hosted North Central, and the Bobcats clawed their way to a win, 65-48. Staying in the Northern Lakes Conference, the Three Lakes hosted Elko, and the Blue Jays won that one by a score of 63-25. Wrestlers from the Northern Lakes Conference gathered in Crandon today with a regular season championship on the line. Elko, Leona Wabeno, Three Lakes, and Florence Niagara, along with the home team Crandon, all took the mats tonight. Crandon did keep a tight grip on control throughout. However, as they closed out their three meets to become conference champions, Crandon head coach Paul Clearman spoke about what is left to do for the team this late in the season, with regionals right around the corner.
The teaching part's pretty much over. I mean, you've learned what you're going to learn this year as far as going through moves every night and learning different series and different techniques, Now it's just fine-tuning everything.
Tonight was also alumni night for the Cards, as well as their celebration of 50 years of Crandon wrestling and what makes the sport so special. Coach Clearman went on to speak about his team's resiliency and the emotions that wrestling brings out of people.
In this wrestling room up here, I've seen all my kids break down and cry, but I've seen them bounce back, and the next week they're hooting and hollering and cheering, and it's the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Crandon will hope to keep their winning ways going as they head to Crivets next Saturday. What a bunch of great games we saw tonight, but we're not done yet. The Great Northern Conference meet for boys swimming was tonight. I'll tell y'all who won it after the break.
Friday Night Blitz, brought to you by Trackside Sales and Service and Menke Buick GMC Mazda.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. I'm Saul Meyer. We've already covered some great games today. Wrestling and girls basketball, it's been a fun one. Let's stay on the hardwood, but move over to the boys' side. We already talked about Lakeland Union and Antigo's girls game with the T-Birds winning that one. Let's see how the boys one went. The T-Birds held an even record before their game against the Red Robins, sitting right at 8-8. They were looking to get over 500 on the season and could do that with a win. Antigo is currently on a 5-game losing streak, and they're looking to snap that and make some noise in the GNC standings. Let's see if Antigo was able to pull off the upset and secure the road conference win. The Red Robins and T-Birds getting ready for the opening tip-off. Let's check out the highlights first half. Antigo controls the opening tip-off. Mason Gray gets the pass down low, and he lays it in for the first points of the game. Shortly later, Sam McCann is going to get the ball in the corner, drive down low, finds Gray, and he lays it in for another 2. Later on, the Red Robins looking to get a big early lead. Gus Schussler has the ball, but Ryan Carlson, though, intercepts the pass, and he'll lay it up. It's 6-4 Red Robins. Antigo hanging tough in the first. Jake Bear Hasselt knows it right away. His triple goes. 1-point game late in the first quarter. Carter Quaid pass inbounds to southpaw Ashton Anderson. Catch and shoot for 3. Lakeland Union up 10 at the half, and they will go on to win this one 62-50. Let's stay on the hardwood and boys basketball for our next set of area scores. First, the top team in the GNC, Medford, hosted Tomahawk today, and the Raiders won that one 93-30. Next, Merrill hosted Elko, and the Blue Jays won that one 83-38. White Lake hosted Phelps, and the Lakers won that one 74-35. And finally, Crandon took on Bowler, and the Cardinals got the win on the road 57-30. Let's move over to the ice for our final set of area scores, but move it on to the girls' side. Hayward's co-op team has been great all year. The Hurricanes are currently on an 8-game winning streak and hold a 16-4 record on the season. They travel to Medford today to take on the Raiders and were able to get the 6-0 win. That makes it 9 in a row for Hayward, and they'll look to make it 10 in a row tomorrow against Northern Edge in Ashland. We've covered wrestling, girls basketball, boys basketball, girls hockey tonight, and there's no sports left to cover, right? Wrong. The Great Northern Conference Championship meet for boys swimming was held today, and surprise, surprise, the Hodags took home the gold. Rhinelander boys swimming and diving had some big shoes to fill this season after watching the girls teams win the conference in the fall. They were able to fill those shoes and then some, winning the conference meet after scoring 422 points. They won every single event except for one, and that one was Tomahawk's Zach Hans, who won the conference in the 100-meter breaststroke. Congrats to the Rhinelander boys swimming team for winning the conference. I'm sure they're looking to make a run at the state title just like the girls did earlier this year. Well, that's all the time we've got for tonight. Be sure to tune in to the Friday Night Blitz every week at 10 for all your local high school highlights, scores, and recaps. I'm Saul Meyer. Thank y'all. Have a great night.